Karmit Goswami, right? He is the CTO for CompuCare India. Ideally, we have been known that the innovations have been coming or prompting up from the tier one cities of the country. And here we are with a startup operating or coming out of Baroda, who is an IoT 4.0 solution provider catering to the manufacturing industries. So I would now hand it over to Mr. Karmit to kind of give a brief introduction and details about the product, and also as to how it can be useful for the CIOs to connect with it.
Yeah.
Karmit, over to you.
Thank you, Umesh, for your kind introduction, and thank you, Geisha, for having me here. I have been listening to all the presentations, and especially Keyur's presentation was very much interesting to me, because I see there's a lot of need in AR or the virtual assistant sort of a market in India especially. So moving forward, let me introduce us, FE, AMS. AMS stands for Advanced Manufacturing Execution System. So we are a part of CompuCare India Private Limited, as Umesh already mentioned. We were developed in 2016 to perform analytics on basic data generated by the machines. So the clients had a lot of information that was missing out in real time from the machines, and they wanted to capture that data and analyze it. So that's where FE started out from. So since then, we have executed over 20 projects, and these projects are in automobile market. For example, with Denso, we have executed production monitoring systems. Electronics has, for example, Panasonic is working. We are working with Panasonic for such a system. In tire industry, we are working with ATG tires, Apollo tires, MRF, and other manufacturers. So we have worked with a broad sense of industries to execute manufacturing executions or a part of manufacturing execution system. The thing is, we have used all this experience to make sure that that FE as a manufacturing suite, the whole suite of execution system, can be configured to cater any type of manufacturing facility. I mean, that it could be a mass manufacturing facility or a batch or a job shop production facility. All these things can be customized. It just needs to be customized to work for. So coming forward, when we are talking about manufacturers, many of you over here are CIOs and CXOs for manufacturing companies. You must have come across a lot of problems. And some of these problems might be familiar to you. For example, you don't get your information on time to make the right decisions, or you have very poor visibility on the work in progress inventory, or there's a lot of paperwork in your plant where it's not needed, and it becomes more riskier to lose a lot of data when it's in terms of paper, and it's not recorded properly. So you are employing a lot of systems to organize all these things. These systems, in these systems, you're trying to find out the real truth about what is going on in your manufacturing plant, which is still very difficult. And all this is connected to one very important thing, and that is data. Data is the linchpin between a plant and a business. So if you don't get the right amount of data or right data at the right time, from the plant to your business, you won't be able to make the right decisions, and vice versa. If you don't inform your manufacturing plant regarding the coming up orders and stuff like that, the plant cannot meet the targets. Or if there is any new innovation coming up in the market that the plant needs to innovate towards, it's going to be a challenge for the plant. So to take care of this, you have obviously deployed a lot of systems in your plants, and I have mentioned a few systems over here, and divided them into 4 levels. So the bottommost level has your PLCs and controllers and HMIs and stuff like that, that are connected with the machine, as well as some sort of a system somewhere sending you the real-time data. the control level. So it goes to the SCADA systems. SCADAs and DCS systems take care of all the machines in your plant, and they know the health of each and every machine you have in the plant. Above that, you then have operations level that is taking care of your inventory, quality, and maintenance parts. And then you have your management levels that with your ERPs, CRMs, HRMs, and stuff like that. So where does a manufacturing execution system fall in this hierarchy? Manufacturing system is essentially designed so that it can communicate with the rest of the system. And here's where the manufacturing execution system falls. That is operations level. So the operations level is generally at the top of a manufacturing plant, and the ERP, so it's directly communicating with ERPs or CRMs and stuff like that to communicate the data to the corporate levels. So here's where FEs, MES, AMs is designed, or we are innovating over here. That's what we're saying. And so let me first discuss how an MES is communicating with the rest of the systems in a manufacturing facility. So for a fourth level system, a manufacturing execution system communicates with ERPs for production data, with CRMs for tracking and tracing data, ELMs for work instructions, and human resource management software to perform to know what is the performance of their people in terms of production, or how efficiently they are working on the line. With the sister softwares, I'd say, that is on the shop floor, on the operations level softwares, manufacturing execution system has a responsibility to communicate with the quality management systems, that is laboratory information management systems, or inventories systems, that is warehouse management system, and maintenance systems. So so manufacturing execution system has a very, very important role when it comes to giving you a right picture of your whole manufacturing plant. And so, and this is where, this is what we are already doing, but there's this next thing that comes when it comes to FE. This is where FE is differentiated between a regular MES. We communicate directly with the machines on the shop floor. So FE was motivated, or I'd say was designed in terms of IIoT, keeping in mind IIoT. Manufacturing execution systems have been around since over 15 years now, but IIoT, use of IIoT is extensively being done since last 5 to 10 years. But FE in specific is communicating directly with the edge computers, or the sensors that are on the machines if they're older generation, or any other controllers that are on the machines, and pulling the data out of them to know what is the status of the machine, as well as what is the status of the production, and using that data to send to other systems that a regular MES does. So FE is designed to offer a simplified but thorough view of your factory. That's the whole point of FE. And with all this data, it's focusing on one very important factor, and that is improving your OEE. That is your overall equipment effectiveness. This number, OEE, is based on three fundamental foundational blocks. That is your availability, performance, and quality. If you have enough availability of your machine are performing at the best level of performance they can be used for, and they are producing products without any rejections, your plant is probably having a very high rate of OEE. And FE is improving each of these fundamental blocks with by defining 6 losses, or reducing 6 losses. These losses are your unplanned or planned stops on the machines for maintenance, or breakdowns and stuff like that, or small stops or slow cycle times. That is your machine idling. Somebody was just taking a break or something, because of which machine was idling or something like that. Or there are a lot of rejections coming out of the machines. These things are being addressed by FE to improve your OEE, and that's the focus of the whole system around here, over here. So let's see how FE, let's see how many modules does FE has to address these fundamental blocks? That is, it has 6 blocks. It is built on 6 pillars. These are functions on these can functions on behalf of other systems that we talked about as well. So, for example, production monitoring system is there, maintenance management system is there, which can work on behalf of computerized maintenance management system. The quality management system can work on behalf of laboratory information management system. There's utility monitoring system, product tracking and tracing, which can cater directly to your CRMs, and you have at the end process digitization. So anything that is going on in terms of paperwork or manual tasks on the shop floor, these can be digitized directly and be communicated directly to the to and from the corporate houses of your manufacturing plants. So let me show you one by one each of these modules, how they work. So first of all, production monitoring system. It is focusing on 2 major factors, and that is monitoring of whatever production that is being done on the shop floor, and the other part is the order scheduling. So the FE makes sure that you know what is the targeted production at any given point, and this can be directly transmitted to the workers as well on the shop floor. They need to be known. They need to know what is actual production targets. So if we can give them as well as the planner, the order planner, to see which orders are being executed on time, which orders are which targets are not being met in production or something like that, so that they can go ahead and schedule the next orders coming up in the queue, and they know exactly which orders could be delayed at any given point. In parallel, it also gives the data about machine status and how the machine is performing, and what type of what quality of products it's giving out. So these can also improve, or this will indeed help manufacturers in improve their OEE percentage. And of course, at the end, waste monitoring. This waste is not actually, most of the manufacturers right now do not know, or they are not interested in monitoring wastes at the moment in their plants, which is actually causing a lot of problem in terms of the bottom lines. Their bottom lines are not increasing or improving just because they are not controlling their wastes. And this system could give them an overview of actually how much time or how much material they have wasted while producing this product. Next is maintenance management. It has 3 parts: end-on system, condition monitoring, and preventive maintenance. So the end-on system and condition monitoring are 2 very interesting parts for machine maintenance. So how does an end-on system work? Is it makes sure that it addresses any maintenance problems or any type of problems. Actually, it could be something like the operator does not have the operator does not have material with them on the workstation. This could be a problem that is causing breakdowns or machine stoppages. So these things that are external to a machine, the machine has no problem, but there are other external factors that are causing the machine not to work. These things can be controlled using an end-on system, whereas condition monitor is keeping a track of everything that is going on inside the machine. It could be something like vibrations are too high, or machines are not perform, or temperature is too high, or there are slower cycle times due to some stoppages or problems. These things could be things could be taken into consider using a condition monitor. And lastly, preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance, actually, it's more of becoming. We are working already to implement machine learning technologies for preventive maintenance to make it into predictive maintenance. Right now, we are already communicating with these 2 condition monitors and end-on systems to analyze any upcoming breakdowns, and the preventive maintenance system schedules those breakdowns or maintenance routines for you automatically. The third is quality management system. this is basically this has two very critical parts, and that is your inline or online quality control. So most manufacturers don't want to build a defect. Building defect is also a very big challenge, a problem, and they want to make sure that everybody has control over the quality they are producing at the very moment. So this module can address those control factors in online quality controls, as well as after the product is being made. There are certain machines that are used to test a product. It could be any type of machines actually, and these machines. So what this module does is it directly communicates with those end of the line machines that are used for quality testing, and communicates that data of quality to the rest of the system. So that's how quality management system is helping improve the product yield. Utility monitoring system, I believe you all already know, or you probably have an awareness. The surprising part though is there are over 200, 300 energy meters in a given factory, or in a large or a good factory. And there's 1 or 2 engineers employed to get data out of these energy meters. They are simply going around in the factory throughout the day, writing down energy meters data. So there's one very critical critical problem that I would like to address over here. That is, aren't these engineers or isn't this talent being underutilized? That's not their jobs to collect data like that. So what we are doing is we are communicating directly with the energy meters or any water level indicators or any utilities on your shop floors to get the data. And fifth one is the product tracking and tracing. So over here again, I've shown an example of a tire production facility where the production of a tire is being recorded at each station of whatever value addition is being done at each station, and until the tire is being is sold out in the market and ready to die, sort of. So the database can be maintained until the end of the product's life, and you can know you can find out get the root cause analysis for each of your product that is being produced using the system. And lastly, the process digitization and automation module that we have. So this module is basically digitizing everything that is going on your shop floor. So from a process development execution system, it could just get the manufacturing flow data and execute that information to each of the workstations. So workers know what or inventory system knows that this material needs to be reached or sent to this particular workstation and stuff like that. These things can be controlled using the process digitization and automation system. So over here, I've just shown a couple of slides with the dashboard that we have that shows an overview of a factory. This is a basic dashboard that we have already in the market. And this is how you would find yourself setting up your machines. So you could have your type of machine, and you can set up each and every parameter on the software relating to that machine. Yeah. So with that said, I hope you found this session informative, and please visit our booth at DMC platform to know more about our solutions. Me and my team would be happy to connect one-on-one to discuss about any requirements you have. Thank you, Umesh. If you have any questions, please go ahead. I'll be happy to address them.
Thank you, Kermit. That indeed was insightful and detailed and technical. We have just a couple of minutes before we hand it over to Krina to take this forward for the next session. Again, from the startup perspective, if you can just help me understand as to how and what is it that you're expecting from the CIOs to connect for?
So what I understand is CIOs are taking care of a lot of data and network issues coming up in a factory, or they need to consistently innovate in the manufacturing environments. What I would like them to know is the high market demands are legit. The actual market is growing very fast than what we would expect, and using some things or systems, any system or any automation system is the only way we can reach that demand.
Okay. Makes sense, Kamit bhai. So in the interest of time, Kamit ji, I would now kind of invite Krina to take this session forward. Once again, thank you so much for coming down and investing your time to share the product of yours with the CIOs in the world.
Thank you.
Krina, over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for hosting us and
Thank you.
permitting us to moderate this session.